wanting a gold leader with a lot of damage output. I was thinking something like an H but it's a bit too vulnerable. It's gonna be a Melissa. This is a bit of a signature pick for him, isn't it, Miko?
Yes, it is.
If I'm not mistaken, Melissa got banned, no, nerfed, right?
Adjusted.
Okay.
Also adjusted. So
what was
muddles.
the change?
The muddles. Usually you're able to just hit nothing and you will still be able to hit with the muddles. Now you need to hit something. You need to hit an entity, whether it be a minion, whatever it is. You need to target something for the muddle basic attack to go through to the enemy. So usually you would just turn off your attack assist, throw your muddle, and hit air, and still be hitting their opponents. So now you need something else to hit while you put the muddles.
Will that affect her range?
It will affect the way that you play Melissa, but she's still very, very good. The only thing that so this is the fun fact when we're talking about the Melissa here. You can actually cancel the penalty zone from Terizla if the Terizla doesn't position his penalty zone properly. If the penalty zone overlaps the go away, the penalty zone will be cancelled. But if the penalty zone is used right outside of the go away, then it will still hit the Melissa. So there are ways to counter the Terizla for the Melissa.
That's going to be mainly a big difference in the laning phase as well. And so far, that seems to be what really matters right here. The laning phase is so critical in deciding the landscape of this game. And with this being so dangerous, potentially being the last game of the match as well, then RRQ definitely have an ace up their sleeve. The jungle Dyrod right here. All the sustain and now a lot of fighting power for the first huge world. This actually plays out well in their favor.
It's a debut pick for Irad in MPL ID Season 13, that Dyrod in the jungle. But the fate of the kingdom hangs in the balance. The fate of the kings of kings are grappling at straws as they look to get a victory, to force a game number 3 if they still want their playoff run to come alive. So much pressure on the hands of RRQ right now. Let's see what they can do in game number 2 of this best of 3 series.
We haven't seen this Dyrod jungle in a long time, with a concussive blast as well, by the way. Trying to get even more clear available. And on the side, Clay also with the Faramis, he's going for the lethal ignition, so you have to watch out for that extra bit of damage. And for ONIC, it's just all quantum charges, man. They want to go fast, they gotta go fast. And finally, CW, knowing that's gonna be an even tougher lane against potentially the Mathilda as well, goes for the tenacity for an extra bit of staying power, whereas Kyrie stays with the same build. Bit more damage, a bit more sustain. It's like a good balance between both, but he will suffer when it comes to the wave clear. So we'll see if Irad can take advantage of that.
In game number 1, it didn't seem like it was too much of a problem. But with the Dyrod in the jungle, is there an effect? I mean, we do see that Irad is a little bit ahead of Kyrie. He's still level 3, almost at level 4. Meanwhile, Irad has reached that level 4 point.
But he just has a difference in the clear speed, in the threat for the burst, especially in the gold lane. Now that it's not a Baxia, it's just a hero with a lot more damage available. So it also shreds. So if Skylar and Brusco make the play together, oof, it could have been very dangerous. But no, it is cancelled by CW.
That was interesting. So I'm just looking at the little interactions here for the new model mechanic. Up top though, Lopi going in for some damage. Clay already very low, and ooh, that pullback could have had very tragic results. Lopi level 4 with Sans as well. Clay with level 4. Sans already stealing that Netherrealm. Irad jumping into the back with the penalty zone as well. Lopi gonna be caught in the damage. Appraiser's wrath from the Turtle Pit, and that's Lopi who falls as first blood, but the Turtle will be secured as Keyboy gets out with the vengeance. Turtle traded for kill.
Who was it worth it for?
I think it's still, in a way, worth it for ONIC. They are the ones who are trying to go for a bit more of a balanced composition. So the fact that they were able to get the Turtle, despite going up against a Netherrealm, a Mathilda, it's a small victory. But I think ONIC has a ways of making small victories start to snowball, start to kind of assist each other. And look at CW. Is finding ways to make this Melissa work, already having a level advantage as well.
Yeah, you can even see it, right? I think the extra range that he has been able to harass Skylar Even Brusco can't say much when Keyboy goes in for the roam as well onto the Arlet. But meanwhile, the rest of the members already harassing Irad in his own jungle too.
The Flamer Grab used up early. There's some strike as the Shadow Stampede pulls him forward. Kyrie still with the Retribution, but now Irad jumps in. A good final slash to disengage with the Circling Eagle. Now with the Guiding Wind, bringing Irad back to Keyboy. A stun to cancel, to disengage once again. And a good win for ONIC. Purple buff for nothing.
The issue right now is RRQ. They're spending a lot of resources defensively. So when they try and go in aggressive like that, it's usually after. And ONIC have kind of secured their route, their way to go out, their escape routes technically. So you're looking at all these fights. RRQ can win it, but they really can't find the fight. They can't force ONIC to stay and fight them in the middle of the ring.
It's really tough. CW still harassing. Look at Skylar's HP right now. He does get some help through from Brusco, but he's been completely zoned away from the turret. That's a full gold plating given to CW.
He's going to lose out on several gold wagons as well. A lot of gold there. Fortunately, he is able to actually make his way back, and all the platings taken away by CW. Let's see the items here. It's really a 1k gold lead. Not really the start that I think RRQ were looking for.
Penalty zone on the Sans, but he has another round. Flickers out to safety, Circling Eagle knocks him up as Kyrie goes in for the taunt onto Dawn. Now two-man knockout strike, that's 2 times. On him, missed some strike, and Irad wins out the retreat battle. Now jumps in on the Sans, but a final side, no Sans! He gets done just barely! Clay with the Ghost Burster takes him out. An all-out win for RRQ for now. A kill and a turtle to their name.
Wait. Was Irad already level 7? Or was he not yet level 7? Because he was a level below the last time I checked. Was it a change in the last few moments? Because that was a huge win. CW now in trouble.
Very low. One last hit should do it. He pops into Inspire, but it's not enough. Skylar gets the kill in the bottom lane. And yes, Eterna. Irad was level 6, and then he got the turtle. That's what leveled him up.
Wow.
Small, again, big moment there for RRQ. Immediately just going online in multiple lanes, not trying to push the tempo back and swinging all the priority back to Skylar on the Bruno. Probably trying to get him to snowball even more. That will be the ideal condition right here. But it's the same idea. They want to go for a big fight. They want to out-sustain the members of ONIC, and they want to use the Armor Shred to ensure that Skylar will be able to just delete everyone. I think the EXP lane is where it's going to be important later on, because Dawn is one of their main engage tools. He is the main frontline as well, and of course Paquito can always make the plays happen.
Two-man knockout with the Circling Eagle. Final slash displacing 2. No initiation. Appraiser's wrapped to sustain back from the Abyssum strike. And in the bottom lane, a bit of a battle again. 1v1, a duel.
And Skylar is now ahead. So initially it was CW being able to have a bigger advantage in the gold lane. Was it because of CW's death earlier on?
Yeah.
For sure. But if you look at the gold, they're actually still evenly matched at 4,300. The highest claw power spike, though, is what Skylar is enjoying right now. Like we talked about in the previous game, he needs to try and use it as much as possible before CW gets his own power spikes, because later on, the Melissa will be able to output more damage to more people at the same time.
And now this is where things get interesting, because both of these teams are going to be vying for the next crucial objective. Irad, though.
CW dashing away from the penalty zone. Keyboy in the back doing some damage as Dawn is there. Another round plays down. Irad already very low as Lupin now pops into knockout strike to go back and displace them once again. Muddle plays down on the 2. Clay and Dawn taking some damage. The CW is still in the back, free hitting, has the go away, has the Inspire. We're still waiting on a good time to engage. Two-man Circling Eagles. Keyboy gets brought back, but has the Vengeance to sustain just a bit. That's a retreat from Kyrie as Irad is all low, now pinned down by the go away too. Sans picks up the kill. 1-for-1, Keyboy for Irad, but a turtle is secured by ONIC as Kyrie continues this chase. Now onto Dawn, who goes and retreats back to his tier 1. Kyrie on the purple buff, RRQ very low. Sans in the mid lane alone. And CW trying to capitalize on this in the bottom lane to take a tier 1 for free.
He's so low on mana, and yet he's still being very aggressive. Kyrie now onto Dawn. He doesn't get caught out just yet, but he is going to be able to take away that buff from RRQ. That was a 1-for-1, but ONIC was able to secure that neutral objective. So that's a 1.2k gold lead for ONIC. We do see Skylar picking up another item.
The Berserker's Fury, that's, I think, the faster power spike he can enjoy over the other marksman. Now it's going to be critical. They tried to use it to fight earlier, but now just making a play towards Lutpi here without any setup. They're just trying to brute force the tower take.
Shots, another knockout strike, and another jab in front. Displaced though, Shadow Stampede brings him back now with the final slash. Oh, Lutpi gets a shielding, a missile strike dodged away from Keyboy. Wow, with the vengeances. Just get out, and now Kyrie with full HP is just walking them down. 4v3 earlier. With Lutpi recalling, he goes to the bottom lane. Melissa, CW, walking up top.
I think Irad is just being way too aggressive right here. I know that he needs to be in the front. He needs to apply that pressure and the shred, the armor shred as well. But man, he's always in the front. And in the previous turtle fight, he actually lost his life in exchange for Keyboy due to how he was positioning in the turtle dance, technically. So I think RRQ needs to try and make sure that he falls later on, because he still has a lot more to do in the middle of these fights as ONIC pushed through. And now they're trying to widen the gold gap by going for all these objectives, while RRQ need to stick together to try and look for these big fights.
By the way, with Melissa, we haven't seen her in so long, but what's her power spike? What's her item power spike? What items are we waiting for? What should RRQ be wary of?
The item you saw.
That's
the
it?
power spike. That's it. He has 3 items. She has 3 items already now. And now... Uh-oh. Play. Use another realm. That's a taunt from Kyrie as well. And that's before ONIC even decide to go in. No nether realm right as the Lord spawns in. But yes, CW has hit his power spike. 9 minutes in. 3 items.
And then Karcher as Skylar with only 2 items. Now the fight will break out though.
Withering out Sans. Final slash onto Irad. Displacing. Muddle. Placed down. Kyrie very low. Has to go back to sustain. And RRQ, despite not having the nether realm, will be able to walk away and reset.
Yeah, they don't commit onto this. Lutpi gonna be able to put some pressure in the bottom lane. But luckily, it's the bottom lane, so they are gonna be able to access it very quickly. Dawn versus Lutpi right now. Paquito and the Terizla. The Paquito should have a better time in the far lanes.
He should be more mobile, and as you say that, Chuna, he does make his way there because it was pushing for RRQ. Oh, look at that!
Now with the go away, plays down, a Mism strike, getting rid of the nether realm, but CW is caught in the midst of it all. That's another strictly eager to displace him. CW still doing damage as he survives all the way in the back. Now it's Lutpi, who flickers forward, gonna go for the assassination on the Skylar, but he has the sliding tackle to escape. Irad taken down, and ONIC have won the prolonged team fight. Now it's Lutpi in the back still with a knockout strike. Keyboy trying to run away, a strictly eagle to knock 2 up. Kyrie there, and Sans picks up the double kill.
How?
Risk again, that's a dash forward. A terrified Keyboy with a conceal. One last shot is all he needs, but Skylar's 9 tackles to get him there. Oh, Keyboy! Still able to assassinate one. Now Lutpi with a knockout strike with the shielding as well. One last shot should do it. Sans! Capitalizes on Lutpi's distraction, and meanwhile, Kyrie and CW stay busy, takes the Lord.
How can you be that well coordinated, and how do you lose only one person in the midst of all that chaos? Clay?
Bonked to death. Waka King is what they're playing right now, and they're playing it good.
They're just in sync so well right here. And it's so unfortunate for RRQ that everyone that got low in that fight survived with a sliver of HP. Meanwhile for RRQ, they were so desperate, so intent on getting more kills right there. They went and risked it, but unfortunately they lost even more members. Now at a 7k gold lead, with ONIC showing they can beat RRQ despite the Netherrealm, despite the Mathilda difference. They are marching down towards RRQ's base with the Lord.
This Melissa pick has proven to be insane for CW, and it looks like that is the entire reason for this pressure. I mean, even with the adjustment on the models, it looks like there's absolutely no problem as the Sky Kings look for the invade.
Well, let's see now. The muddle zoning them away. They don't even need any of the frontliners to walk on forward. 2-man knockout strike. Just a zone again. Penalty zone for the back by Dawn, and now the Strictly Eagle. Everything Netherrealm plays down as they go away as well. Pins them all down. CW with Inspire, but it's a strike. CW dodges away. Calvin would not get out, and RRQ all get baited by that one man. Now they're stuck in no man's land. Now it's Clay next to fall with a vengeance. Keyboy displacing Brusco, taunted up, locked down, and Kyrie takes him out. Skylar, one last man standing. The Crown Prince stays alive, but the kingdom fall. Lutpi takes him out. 2-0 clean sweep. The Empire crumbles.
Their crowns are still perching atop their heads. The Sky Kings with a clean sweep in this Royal Derby. This truly proves